Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Today's crypto project in focus is Cosmos or Cosmos, which according to its website is the most interoperable, scalable, customizable, and powerful ecosystem of connected blockchains. And I'll also be covering its corresponding crypto, Atom, which is currently ranked 16th on the list of crypto assets based on circulating market cap. Before talking about the project, a quick summary of what is in store for today's video. Price data review, what is Cosmos and its use cases, some relevant news, ways to store and purchase your Atom, 2 price analyses focusing on one in particular, and a general market update. And this must be said, none of the information in this video is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This should be for educational purposes only. If we scroll down to the price charts here, this is courtesy of Coin Paprika. We have an all-time high of $8.83, which occurred just last week, and a low of $1.17. So we can see at the moment the price is looking very buoyant, plenty of enthusiasm in the space. The current market cap is $1.9 billion. Its current circulating and total supply, 260 million tokens. Jumping back to the Cosmos homepage here, beginning with some of the problems that Cosmos is aiming to solve, which says scalability, proof of work protocols are slow, expensive, unscalable, and environmentally harmful. Tendermint BFT fixes this. Usability, blockchain applications are complex and difficult to understand for developers. Cosmos SDK fixes this, which is a modular framework for building interoperable application-specific blockchains. Interoperability, the simplest way to think about this is you've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin blockchains, and many others. How do you get all these different blockchains to communicate with each other? Cosmos is aiming to resolve this issue. They have something called the Interblockchain Communication or IBC protocol, a concise definition of BFT, just to give you a basic understanding of it. Byzantine faults within distributed systems are some of the most difficult to deal with. A BFT consensus algorithm is one that guarantees safety for up to a third of Byzantine or malicious actors. Just a very basic understanding of how it works. If we visit the Tendermint website, there are 3 main components here of this Tendermint algorithm. So we've got the BFT consensus as part of this Tendermint core. Jumping over to this, identifying a few key aspects. It mentions BFT language agnostic. So Tendermint core supports state machines written in any programming language. So this will make it a lot more appealing to developers, programmers, and those involved in the project. State machine replication, fast finality. Based on this, a transaction is immediately finalized once it's included in a block. Other than scalability, security, and interoperability, having the fast transactions will make it a more attractive project overall, and we've got further information there at the website. So that's Tendermint core. The second component here, so the Cosmos SDK. If I go back to the Cosmos website, the SDK is apparently the world's most used framework for building blockchains. The key features listed here for those not looking at the screen, it's modular, scalable, interoperable, secure, proof of stake, sovereign, open source, and Go. Write your decentralized app in Go to take advantage of the strong Golang ecosystem. So we have the consensus engine, the blockchain application framework, and the IBC protocol. In regards to the IBC, there's this highly anticipated testnet called Stargate. So just scrolling down to give you a basic understanding of what this involves. The biggest event in the ecosystem since the launch of the Cosmos Hub. Stargate is a set of upgrades that complete the original roadmap laid out in the Cosmos white paper, and I'll include a link to that in the description. For the first time ever, Cosmos blockchains will be able to connect with each other using the first standardized protocol for IBC. If you want to keep informed about when these testnets are starting and everything happening in the space, you can register your email at the website. Just to give you an idea of who is using Cosmos, this article from Publish 0x, this gives you the rundown of the most recent partnerships, integrations, and collaborations. I'm going to draw your attention to a few of them. I want to start with Binance, one of the largest, if not the biggest, crypto exchange in the world. If you scroll down this piece, it says, projects like Binance Chain and Binance Dex are often built as forks of Bitcoin or as smart contracts on platforms like Ethereum. With a foundation of clean, well-structured code from Cosmos SDK, we were able to build on a code base that we saw as a better alternative. Many thanks to the Cosmos developers and its community for their work. This is essentially a testimonial for Cosmos and having a huge name backing it, that's already a good start. If we go to OKEX or OKEX, they have the OK Chain testnet. OK Chain is a Cosmos SDK based public chain developed by OKEX. It supports various dApps and allows users to issue their own cryptocurrencies. Thanks to its multi-chain structure, the efficiency and scaling of application development are significantly improved. This piece from FX Street, which talks about Band Protocol 2.0 launching on the Cosmos network. And one of the key points here, using Cosmos, Band Protocol can send Oracle data across many different blockchains with a single transaction. A potential competitor for Cosmos is Chainlink. Now, I've made a separate video about that project and what it's trying to solve, its use cases, other relevant information in that video. In regards to other news, this CoinDesk piece titled Cosmos' founding team broke up earlier this year, but the project didn't. An important reminder is that if there's some infighting or there's some core people behind the project that could possibly distance themselves from it, there are still other people behind the scenes actively involved in progressing it. I remember a very quick digression. It was a few years back. There were rumors Vitalik Buterin died and that caused the price to drop considerably. And then he dispelled that myth. But I don't want to digress any further. I don't see the need to panic when things like this happen. More news and partnerships available here or via their Twitter and Medium pages. Moving on to ways to storing your crypto, I'm going to start with an option that I haven't discussed before. I had not heard of this before someone actually mentioned this to me. It's called EliPal. If anyone else has used this or has some experience with this hardware wallet, I look forward to your feedback. Just reiterating, please always do your own research to see if any of these options work for you. But if we look at the coin list, so the supported cryptos, just to confirm, Atom is supported. It's got EliPal Titan, ECO1 and App. So it looks like there's some native support there. Plenty of cryptos available through the hardware wallet. So 35 blockchains and over 7,000 tokens supported. 7,000 tokens, apparently. That's, yeah, okay. Now moving on to the options I'm more familiar with, Ledger. Okay, looking at wallets corresponding to Atom, we have Ledger Live. There is Luni, so Lunie, and I was about to say Constellation, Cosmos Station. So if you want to send and receive and stake your crypto, as a very quick side note for those who are new to the space, staking involves using your crypto to help run the blockchain network, and in return, you get rewarded with X amount of free crypto. So Cosmos is one of these staking tokens. It's a good way to earn some interest on your crypto. Most of my experience with staking on Ledger Live involves Tezos. Anyway, now moving on to other wallets for offline storage, Trezor is next on the list. Now, believe it or not, if I go to the supported coins and tokens, I type in Atom, Trezor does not provide support for Atom. You're probably wondering, why am I still including this? As the crypto is now in the top 20 and it's been in the top 20 to 30 for a while, I'm almost certain Trezor will be providing support for this, so do stay tuned as this is a very popular option. Many people store an assortment of cryptos on the device, so keep an eye out for that. Moving on to desktop and mobile wallets, we've got Exodus. This is various ways to send and receive the crypto. You've also got CoinFunder, the 11 best Cosmos wallets. This was from February earlier this year. Coin Bureau, which has the best Cosmos Atom wallets, 7 safest storage and staking options. And on a different note, there is the Coin Bureau YouTube channel. I recommend checking that out as well. Before I go into my price analysis, which exchanges allow you to purchase Atom tokens? Based on the list here from Coin Paprika, the top 4 as follows: BKEX or BKEX, OKEX, Binance and DigiFinex, with Binance supporting numerous trading pairs there. Now that's been said, let's jump over to my price analysis. Before beginning, a quick recap of the relevant price data. Today's price at $7.14 per Atom. Its all-time high was $8.83. The all-time low, $1.17. The current circulating and total supply of 260.2 million tokens or thereabouts. I just want to touch on this range for the inflation rates. This piece at Figment Networks, which talks about the relationship between Atom's inflation and staking rewards. So in a nutshell, the inflation rate will be somewhere between 7% and 20%, depending on how many atoms are staked at a given point. So you've got this dynamic inflation rate, hence this range. Factoring all of this in, I've just picked the 350 million figure just for simplicity and consistency as we go through these. the first target, $50 per atom. This would involve a $17.5 billion circulating market cap. I think this is a realistic figure. When you consider the blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies, or the overall space is forecast to grow in the coming years, Cosmos is designed to work with other blockchains rather than compete with them. I see this as being highly advantageous, especially over time as we need this interoperability, the different blockchains or the various cryptocurrencies. So $50, I see that. I think this is realistic. $100 per atom, a $35 billion circulating market cap. For perspective, at the moment, at the time of recording this, we have Ethereum at $50 billion in its circulating market cap. I envisage a crypto market cap of over $2 trillion to get to this, unless Atom has some explosive growth in its price relative to other crypto assets. Jumping back to what I mentioned earlier about having the system designed in a way that it can interact with various programming languages. So it makes it appealing for all of these different developers, build on the network, and having this more open system allows for more growth to get more money invested into the token and the Cosmos project. Just my thoughts, $300 per atom, this would equate to a $105 billion circulating market cap. Now do bear in mind, I just want to reiterate, just because I've listed these here, it does not necessarily mean that I believe we're going to reach these. The whole point of this is to put all of these price points, when you see all of these numbers floating about on the internet, you then have an idea of how much money is required at a given circulating supply to then get to this price point. Anyhow, $300, it's very difficult to say. We're still 45x or thereabouts away from this price point. What is very promising though are the partnerships that I touched on earlier with Binance chain, the OK chain, and then Band protocol, which there's a lot of money pouring into that project. Having all of these different partnerships, and again, I recommend checking out that website with a list of partnerships. I would not rule this out. Another consideration to make is, what will the competition look like in future? I briefly spoke about Chainlink earlier. Another crypto project that comes to mind is Cardano. That is often touted as blockchain 3.0. Now, just to backtrack slightly, there are articles on the web that talk about Cosmos being this blockchain 3.0 project, whereby Bitcoin and Ethereum are 1.0 and 2.0 respectively. Cardano is often placed into that same 3.0 category. What Cardano is focusing on, that's a whole different topic. I've got a separate video about that. But to reinforce the point I'm making, this price will also depend on what other crypto projects are doing, or how their respective crypto assets will perform in the months and years to come. Just some food for thought. The last price point on the list, we have $500 per atom, a $175 billion circulating market cap. Rather ambitious, but from what I'm seeing, this is a project that I'm willing to back for several years to come. Let's see what happens with this point. Anyhow, what are your thoughts as well? I look forward to your feedback in regards to how plausible these price points are. And to play devil's advocate, I throw this into most of my videos. What is the probability of this crashing, Atom being made redundant for whatever reason, and the crypto just fades away? If I had to make a guess, I would say this is highly unlikely. Again, not financial advice. For the second price analysis, I'm just going to rapidly skim through this and to show you an alternative way of denominating Atom as opposed to having Atom to the US dollar. So in this case, we've got Atom, the value of the token relative to Bitcoin. One of you brought this to my attention earlier in the year, having a system where we're looking at the price of a crypto relative to Bitcoin or some other major cryptos, as opposed to fiat currencies at a time when inflation is devaluing a lot of these currencies. Again, this is just some food for thought, an alternate perspective to give you a basic explanation of how this works. If you imagine you purchase X amount of Atom in US dollars, you get this much in Bitcoin. If you were to hold on to this and the Bitcoin price were to hit $40,000 or $100,000 per coin, well, these would be the values here in Bitcoins or Satoshis. 100 million sats is equal to 1 Bitcoin. That's a wrap for my price analysis, but before finishing up, a quick market update courtesy of Coin Paprika. For those listening in future, the time of recording this, it is 1:17 p.m. UTC on Wednesday, the 2nd of September 2020. As part of this market update, I look at the biggest winners and losers over the past day. I'll also show you some of the data for the past 7 days. So looking over the past 24 hours, blockchain.com For this, I would suspect a pump and dump that is abnormally high in such a short period of time. Kusama, 27%, Elrond, 23%. Looking at some of the larger capped cryptos, Tron, up 16%. Band Protocol that I alluded to earlier, just over 9%. Binance Coin up 3.4%. Golem back in the top 100 in the green as well. Many other cryptos are in the red. Let's have a look at the past 7 days. So other than the first one that I mentioned, which again, please always do your own research before pouring any money into these cryptos. I just want to reiterate that. Yearn Finance is up 114% in spite of this 14% decrease over the past 24 hours. Ample fourth, 106%. Looking at some of the larger cryptos, NEM or ZEM, just under 70% growth over the past 7 days. And yes, Elrond and Tron above 50% as well, and plenty of other cryptos out there. Bitcoin and Ethereum have had a bit of a retracement following a pretty good day yesterday, especially for Ethereum. At some point, this market-wide bull run is going to get underway, just like what we saw back in 2017. I think it's when, not if. Again, not financial advice. I know I say this a lot, but at a time when we have so much volatility in the space and we're seeing projects that are rising very rapidly, some people get carried away, and it's important not to get ahead of yourself. Anyway, that's a wrap. What are your thoughts about all of this? All of the information in regards to Cosmos, Tendermint, some of the partnerships. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my latest content. If you have something to say, feel free to leave your feedback in the comments section. Share this with anyone who you think will find this useful. I hope you're all staying safe and that you're all having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. More videos coming soon. Thanks again. Take it easy, and I'll talk to you shortly.